Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make the simplest hands I know how to make. They look fancy, but they sure as hell ain't. First, you're going to start off with whatever shape you want the general back of the hand to look like. So, this is where the knuckles will start, and then will come rounded. This is the rounded back, and then the other rounded side. Kind of go for almost how you would think a shield would look like. Kind of that soft, rounded triangle. Then, we're going to start from the outer knuckle, and we're going to make straight line, and then come down, straight line. Then, we're going to go space over, straight line up, and then we're going to make the second straight line come out, and it's going to cross in front of that other line. And then we're going to repeat that. This line came out a little too far. There we go. Straight line like that. And then, 1, 2, this will be 3. Another straight line. Come straight out. Straight out. And then, we round that off at the tip. Let that one come out, round off. Come inwards and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then thumb will be here. So we take round. We kind of almost like we're making a heart. And then we come back and we erase the lines in between. Kind of looks like a hand. Kind of looks like a shitty hand. We're going to make it look better. We are then going to come down here towards where we're going to make the wrist. Wrist is going to come from right about here. You want a little bit of that nub. So, we're going to start from there, and we're going to bend inwards as we draw. We're going to slope inwards and a little bit out. And then we're going to come, one side always needs to come out fatter and quicker, while this other side is like a slower slope. So we're going to come out kind of fat and quick right here. The other one is going to do a slow slope, and then you're going to bring these two sides down to make sort of a point like a paintbrush. Here is your wrist to forearm. Now you've got this thumb. It looks kind of shitty, but you have a basic shape. Now you can take that and point it a little bit more, because thumbs always kind of like to bend outward a little bit towards the knuckle. And then you round it off and bring it back in where the pad of the thumb is, and then you bring it in again, which looks like crap right now because I can't draw. You bring it out a little bit, and then round. And then you come back and you fine tune. Maybe extend a finger a little bit and bend the lines a little bit past and inwards towards the finger. And then round and round. And this, because this is a thumb, this is the pinky, so pinky needs to be tinier. So we'll bring smaller. Now, this looks like a really shitty hand, because it is. Best part about that is, now we get to come back with something to give us better lines. I always like to start off with something lighter. Usually I prefer to start off with colored pencil and then move into full-on pencil to give more solid lines. And once I have more solid lines that I like, I will then come in with a Sharpie or a pen. So, I will start with the outside and smooth transition. And then smooth. A lot of times with the fingers, if you bend them inward a little bit instead of keeping all the lines coming outward, it'll make it look a lot more natural. And here's where I just soften the lines. And especially once you get towards the knuckle part, if you bend the line a little bit inward and up, it makes it look a little softer. And especially here, maybe the finger's out a little bit more, so you can bring a single line there, and it makes it feel like the finger is bending in. And so, out, bend in, let that curve a little bit. Then we take that thumb, round, straight, and then curve inward the wrist. And then we'll take this line and bring it in a little bit more, so it feels like the thumb is a little bit more in front. And then we come back here, and then we're going to take this line, we're going to extend it slightly more in, and then we're going to make sure we start the wrist slightly past the rounded part of the hand, and slope inwards, and back out into the forearm. And then we can always go back in and tiny hash. Tiny hash. Never make a full completed circle. That way it makes this look a little bit more natural. And here the finger would be turned more towards this way. So we don't want to see a lot of the fingernail. When it's turned like this, you only see a little bit of this nail here. So we're going to give a small line there, a small line to connect there. And you shouldn't see any of the other nails. So we'll come down here. Forearms often have a tendon. So we'll just put that on the outside. We have a hand. And then if you want funny looking, just really kind of sweet looking hands that are very easy to put into a small delicate picture. Round. And then thumb to point out. You can round it in a little bit more. But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always have to count because I inevitably miss a finger if I don't. Now, this looks even shittier than the last. Not gonna lie. But guess what? We have our basic shape. So we will take that. We're going to round it a little bit more, make it softer. But here we're going to round, 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 round. And then when it gets to the... I need more hands! When it gets to this part of the palm, we're going to bend in, and erase some lines. Suddenly, it's a hand that's starting to look a little bit more complete. And we'll erase a little bit here. It's looking softer already. God damn, this thumb is huge. We're going to make that half the size. Because, dear God, and we're going to pull that thumb down and inwards. And suddenly, you have a hand. And all you need is to start with a circle. Give yourself a second circle that comes out. Basically, draw mittens. Then, your lines. And then you round them. And you connect them that way. A lot of times, drawing good body shapes involves drawing shitty ones first. You put in your light drawing. Like, see? That is not a good looking eye. But we put in our shape. So now, we go back in. You fill in. It always looks better after you put the shitty part in. And then, I don't know, you can also do things like, oh God, no. Oval, thumb. Now, say, you got line, line, line. Well, say you want something cooler. You want to leave that there, but You want to make that rocking pose. So you erase those lines, leave those there. Bring that down to where the knuckle starts, make 2 little humps. Bring them in, make a heart, and put a line. And suddenly, your person knows how to rock on. Maybe put a line there. Rock on!